So we'll be claiming some of the gems to see what we can get. Now we've got over 1,000, we should be able to get an entire booster pack all in one go. So are we going to be lucky in this first pack? We've got a DD monster, we've got one of the Exceeds monsters. This is not the number monster, it's the one that is the rank 3. It can do battle damage, like reflective damage to your opponent, if your opponent's monster is stronger than yours is. We've got the Earth Channeler, we've got finally a decent number, it's number 36, that has the ability to cut your opponent's attack points to 0. It can also tribute one of your Chronomery monsters to destroy that monster if it has 0 attack points. We have a DD monster, we have a Ojama Knight, we've got a couple of the trap cards, the Stonehenge methods, and one of the Pyramid Sphinxes. There's a Fluffle in here, there's the Pyramid Eye Tablet, which gives your Chronomery monsters 800 attack points. This one is, the Moai is fine, and we've got a second Chronomery Eye Tablet. The Jam Transfer is not useful, neither is that Ice Barrier monster. The 2 carriers are conditional to having no monsters on your field, and I think we've already got a playset of that continuous spell. This one, we have the trap card is decent because you can actually bring out a higher rank Exceeds monster than the ones you've already got in your graveyard. It's an easy way to bring out some of the stronger ones. I think that's a play set we've got on the Pyramid Eye Tablet. The field spell's good. Not so happy about that level 5 monster, because it is dependent on you having the field spell out in the first place. The Aztec Mask you can only have 1 copy of. We've got now 4 of the Pyramid Eye Tablets. Hysteric Sign is fine, but we're not playing Harpies at the moment. And there's an Elemental Hero Avian in there. We have the Eradicating Virus. We have the Chronomery Technology. I think that must be the 2nd or 3rd copy. We've got definitely playsets of the Sphinx and the Aztec Mask. Although it's nice to get the Catapult, because that has the ability to make your opponent's monsters 0 attack points by tributing over one of your other Chronomery monsters. So you can actually suppress and do direct damage. And now if we unlock it again, since we didn't get Ultra Rares in that pack, we will have access to at least a guaranteed Ultra Rare in the next 10. In my starting hand, we've got 2 of the level 1 monsters. We have the Field Spell, a Trap card, and we have Called by the Grave. I'll start off with the Field Spell. Using its effect, we will reveal the level 1 monster in the hand, and we will banish the Eaglin. to normal summon the revealed monster. Eaglin's effect will then activate from the banish pile. And the monster we've summoned as well will activate its effect, the toucan. We'll normally summon the Eaglin in attack mode. And with its effect, search for one of the boss monsters. We'll go with the Flunderies and Snow. We'll then tribute over these two monsters to bring it out. The toucan's effect will activate from the banish pile, returning itself to the hand. I'll set Call by the Grave and the trap card and end the turn. My opponent starts off with Dark Hole. And they activate their reinforcement of the army, summoning, well, drawing into their armed Samurai Benkei, and you know where this is going. I'll activate the effect of my map field spell to normal summon my toucan. Eaglin's effect activates from the banish pile, and Toucan's effect activates from the field. Eaglin returns to the hand, and I get to special summon a monster. I choose to summon the Eaglin and use its effect to search for the Flunderies and Snow, and I'll be summoning it. I'll use the toucan's effect from the banish pile. My opponent activates a Psychic Blade. By paying up to 2,000 life points, they can increase their Benkei's attack points by however much they paid. They activate their Mask of Brutality, increasing Benkei by another 1,000 attack points, making it a 3,500 attack monster, and Axe of Despair, which boosts it by another 1,000 attack points, making it a 4,500 attack monster. Followed by Mage Power, that's an extra boost of 500 times the number of cards you've got in the back row. That's an extra 2,000, making it a 6,500 attack monster. There isn't anything I could really do in the situation, and then my opponent OTKs me. See, this is one of the other alternative decks that I saw. Because they're not reliant on the extra deck, they are reliant on just having Benkei out with a load of equip spells, so it can attack multiple times. It's an easy enough strategy to manage, and if you're just using the standardized starter decks, even those can actually be beaten by this technique. So in our starting hand, we have 2 of the Robin, 1 Eaglin, a Raigeki, and the Call by the Grave. My opponent's going to be running the Adventurer archetype, so they bring out the Griffin in face-up defense position. I'll start by activating my Raigeki, destroying their Griffin. I'll normal summon the Robin in attack mode. And I'll use its effect. It's able to search out for another Flunderies monster, and then you can summon an additional time. So this time we've got Eaglin, and its effect will activate. I'll search for the Emperor Penguin. I'll then special summon the Flunderies and Snow in attack mode. Both my Eaglin's effect and the other monster's effect will then activate. I hate that it keeps asking me to activate Called by the Grave, because one of these days I'm going to accidentally do that. Eaglin's effect enables me to return it to the hand. I'll then go straight into battle phase. I'll set my call by the grave and end the turn. My opponent decides to end the game, they surrender. This time I'm going to be going first. And I've drawn into the Swallow, the Robin, the Eaglin, and 2 copies of the Continuous Spell card. I'll start with the Robin and use its effect. I'll search for the Eaglin to add to my hand and use the additional summon to bring out the Eaglin. Eaglin's effect will then activate. Searching for Flandres and Snow. I'll then use the additional summon to bring it out from the hand to the field. I'll use the effect of both the Robin and the Eaglin from the banish pile. I used its effect to then bring back the 2 cards with a continuous spell, and I'll set the trap card. Luckily I drew into Harpy's Feather Duster, but it depends on what my opponent is playing. My opponent starts off with the Twin Twister, destroying both my cards. Not the best start, but I'll use the trap card. Well, actually, I'll cancel using the trap card. I don't think there's any point. My opponent is running the Machina deck, so they've got the Machina redeployment by sending their machine type monster to the graveyard. They're going to be adding 2 Machina monsters from their deck to the hand. My opponent has summoned one of their Machina monsters, but I think it loses attack points because it was summoned without any tributes. They then use their effect to search for 3 cards, and I get to choose one, and they get to then add that card to the hand. The rest go back to the deck. They then summon their Machina by getting rid of one of their other monsters. Their fortress gets special summoned to the field. At this point, I then activate the effect. I'll send my Eaglin to the graveyard to flip their monster face down. I know what they were planning to do. If they crash their fortress, it then gets destroyed and then it uses its effect to destroy my monster. It made more sense for me to start off by actually stopping them from doing that and getting rid of one of their other cards. I don't know whether this is the wisest thing to do, but I do use Harpy's Feather Duster just to remove that card, because I don't know what in reality it is. It's just a call by the grave. It's nothing that I should have been too concerned over. I'll then summon my Robin in attack mode. Use the effect of the Robin and the Eaglin in the banish pile. I'll then be able to normal summon a monster in attack mode. And use Eaglin's effect. To search for one of the Flundery's boss monsters. I use the additional summon. I'm going to be getting rid of their fortress and my Eaglin. I start off by attacking with my Flunderies in the snow. Unfortunately, with its effect, Citadel can then activate from the graveyard when an Earth attribute machine type monster is destroyed. It then gets to special summon itself. But I don't know why he's summoning it in defense mode. So I'll just attack with the Emperor Penguin, but it uses its effect to banish itself, to destroy itself, and to wipe out all of my monsters. Basically, anything with 3,000 or less attack points would have been destroyed, so that's all of my monsters. My opponent uses the Machina Ruin Force, sends that to the graveyard to resummon their fortress. They then use the effect of the Machine and Ruin Force to special summon it back to the field by banishing however many monsters necessary for its level. They'll then activate Unauthorized Reactivation. To equip a Machinist Sniper. And they're attacking directly with both their monsters. I draw into my Infinite Impermanence. I'll normal summon the Swallowtail, using its Eaglin's effect. And the Robin's effect. I'll use the Swallowtail effect. I'll set the Infinite Impermanence. Use the effect of the Continuous Spell card to take 2 of my monsters from my hand, put them back into the deck, and then redraw 2 cards. I'm hoping for something decent that'll at least protect me for the turn. I drew into the trap card, so I'm going to set that. And I'll end my turn. My opponent normal summons the Sniper actually from being equipped and decides to attack me directly with their Machine and Ruin Force. There isn't anything I can do about that. I just take the 4,600 points of damage straight to the face. In my starting hand, we've got Eaglin, Twin Twisters, we've got the Call by the Grave, Red Reboot, and Infinite Impermanence. This is a very spell and trap heavy setup, and I really need some more monsters in the hand. Eaglin gets summoned to the field to activate its effect. Then I can search for one of the 2 boss monsters, so I'm going with the Thunderies and Snow. I'll then set 2 cards face down, followed by Call by the Grave, and end the turn. My opponent starts off with Morphtronic Boomboxen. They've got the Sorcerer's Spell card, so that boosts their monsters by 300 attack points during their turn, and 300 defense points during your opponent's turn. My opponent starts with their Boomboxen, so they can attack twice. I draw into the Flundry's Field Spell. I'll activate it, but there isn't anything I can really do. I'll have to end my turn. Boomboxen is able to then attack twice now, and then he attacks with the Gearfried monster. I finally draw into a Flundry's monster, but I think it's probably too late to really use its effect. I'll start off with the Field Spell. I'll reveal the monster in my hand. To banish my Eaglin. And then I'll normal summon it to the field. My Eaglin's effect activates from the banish pile. And I'll normal summon an Eaglin in attack mode. Eaglin's effect activates. Searching for the Flundries and Snow. I'll then normal summon. I'll use the effect from the graveyard, from the banish pile. And I'll start by attacking with Flunderies and Snow. I'll go after Boomboxen since it's been such a nightmare to deal with. My opponent activates Raigeki. Talk about timing. They then activate their Dark Wild Lightning, which means they destroy one of my set cards. They also have to discard a card. They normal summon a monster, which is an Evil Swarm. I activate the Flunderies field spell, which lets me normal summon a monster in attack mode. I'll then use the effect of Eaglin. And the other monster that I've just summoned. I'll choose to banish the Boomboxen. The Eagle returns to the hand. And the Evil Swarm monster will attack over my monster. There's nothing I could do. There was nothing I could have prepared myself with. No backup strategy. It was just the way it was. I'll collect all of the rewards. And we'll be targeting the Chronomalies again. I know you'll be probably wondering why I didn't save up for the others, but at the moment I just want to be getting as many of the Chronomaly monsters as possible. There's 2 SRs in there, so hopefully they're the ones we need. Moais we got. No, neither of those 2 monsters are what we need, and we've got generally, I think, all copies of all those monsters. So that's not going to help anyone. The Crusadia Link monster isn't going to help me. I need that Nebra disc, which is the one that you can see on the screen. There should be another SR in here. Hopefully one of the Xyz monsters. So we have the Aztec, there's a 6 Samurai monster, there's all copies of the cards we already have. There's nothing useful in there. The Golden Jet is maybe arguably the only thing we didn't have. Now we have more SRs coming. We have the Battle Wasp. There is the Piri-Res map. There's Number Wall, which is a protection card, that's fine. But I think we have pretty much all of that. We need number 6, number 34, we need number 36. Any of those would be ideal, any of those Xyz monsters. So we've got a Cyber Dragon card. There is absolutely nothing in there that we didn't have. Well, that was disappointing. Back to the drawing board. And I'm just checking out the level of rewards that we get. So at the moment, I'm looking around that type of mark. Seeing if I can create a deck from what I've got. I think the gimmick puppets aren't going to be too good, but maybe the chronomalies for this type of strategy, because you do have the Pyramid Eye tablet, which boosts their attack points by 800. Some of the stronger ones will end up being something like 2,500, 2,600, and if you've obviously got multiple of those Pyramid Eye tablets on the field, you're looking at 3,000 plus attack monsters. But we're also going to have a quick shot to see if the gimmick puppets have any means of working. I highly doubt it, considering that they're not known for their attack points. It's only the Xyz monsters that are known for it. Whereas there's more versatility with the chronomalies. That seems to be the style of deck that we're seeming to run, but again, I don't know whether it's going to work or not. We'll have a test. Yeah, and I'm just actually going to completely scrap the whole thing. Get rid of it all, because it's just not going to work out. Now it's time to test out the chronomalies. So a couple of the Aztec masks. The Mayan machines, not particularly that strong, but they're okay. That's the question as well. Why would you introduce the Mayan machine as a 2 tribute for machine type monsters when, in all reality, his deck is a mixture of rocks and machines, but none of the machines are higher than level 6? It makes sense if you're doing it in, for example, Quattro's deck, because they do run level 8 monsters, they do need 2 tributes. But I would love for them to actually look at the cards that they've designed for Chronomaly and actually synergize them a little bit better. Just get, even some of the improvements were great, don't get me wrong, I love the improvements that they made the last time they added support, which was in one of the main booster packs. But it wasn't enough. They need more. They need... I know they got an Xyz monster, they got a couple of other spell and trap cards, they got a couple of monsters, but they need more to make them better. As of now, I think the best card within the deck for consistency purposes isn't the Xyz monsters, but Nebradisk. Because Nebradisk can not only summon itself, when it's normal summoned, you can search for any of your Chronomaly cards. Not only that, but when it's sent to the graveyard, next turn you can send it back to your field. All it has to be is in defense mode. So, okay, it's not getting its effect, but it is reoccurring, and therefore you can get the Xyz monster, the rank 4s out more easily. I'd call for maybe another couple of rank 4, rank 5, rank 6, and rank 3 monsters, just to make the deck more versatile rather than the standard, oh, I'll go into this play which leads me to a rank 5 play, because it'll be very predictable. If you guys know the chronomalies, I'd love you to put those in the comments down below and any opinions you have on those as an archetype. Personally, I love them, I just think they don't have exactly what's needed for now. So we'll have a couple of the jelly cannons in there. We've got Torrential Tribute. Couple of Ring of Destructions. 2 Skill Successors, 2 Call of the Haunteds. Couple of the Ballista Squads. And we'll be searching for a couple of spell cards, anything generic to try and support the deck. I'm looking through all these spells and there's nothing that comes to mind. Will this be competent or will it be a disaster? Put those in the comments down below. So in my starting hand, we have a Chronomaly Mud Golem, we have the Mud Ball creature, we have the Tula Guardian. I think that's the weakest and worst of those cards. And we have 2 Call of the Haunted. We only had 2 put in there to begin with. How did we end up with both of those in the same draw in the first duel I've used the Chronomalies in? My opponent's running the Adventurer archetype, so they've got the token already on the field, they've got the continuous spell, they've got the Griffin in the hand, and by revealing it, they're going to special summon it in defense mode. My opponent then uses the equip spell and equips that to the token. During my draw phase, we'll see what we get. Have we drawn well? Okay, that's not bad. We've got another trap card, so that's Jelly Cannon. It's a good way of protecting your monsters. Only thing I can really do at the moment is I can go straight into my Mud Golem, and I can set a couple of cards face down. Because I think if I was to go into the Mud Golem, the Griffin has the ability to send itself back to the deck to negate and destroy your monster. So if that was to be the case, I would have lost my normal summon for the turn. Better to have something present on the field to protect your life points with. My opponent is actually using their equip spells effect, so my Jelly can, ironically, as much as it likes to send other cards away to the deck, this has had itself returned to my hand by a different card. Oh, they're going into their Phoenix Gearfried monster, which they need to just get rid of a equip spell to bring forward onto the field. There's no other cost. And they're activating their Mask of Brutality. That's going to give it an extra 1,000 attack points. Does come at the cost of, I think, 1,000 life points per turn, but if it's a quick duel, then that's not going to be a problem. And then they're going for Psychic Blade. They pay 2,000 life points, and they're going to boost their monster's attack points by 2,000. They activate a Noble Arms effect to equip that to their monster as well, and turn everything to attack mode. They'll start with a token and attack with the other two monsters. I decide not to use Call of the Haunted because I think I'm just going to lose anyway. Even if I had survived the turn, I don't think there's much I could have done with it. Okay, so I do end up activating in response to that, but it's not going to make a difference. It's going to save me the one turn. But then they activate their Griffin's effect, returning it to the deck to negate its effect. During my turn, again, it's weird. I've drawn into 2 copies of Call of the Haunted and then 2 Jelly Cannon. That is either very random luck or something's wrong with the system and they've just randomized things inaccurately. I have no choice but to go into this card. I'll normal summon it and I'll activate its effect. Unfortunately, with the Gearfried's effect, it's able to use it to get rid of one of their equip spells to negate its effect. I'm forced to then end my turn. My opponent has to pay the 1,000 life points for Mask of Brutality. They then normal summon their Metaza, the Zapper. I know what that does. It's a card I've got. It can attack twice during each turn. And they attack with their Phoenix Gearfried. I activate my Jelly Cannon, which will send that card away. And it destroys their cards. I'll then activate my second Jelly Cannon. Sending their token away. And they try to attack with Metaza the Zapper, and I activate the Call of the Haunted. I'm glad I laid down that second card as a protection source, and I'm going to go straight into my Mud Golem. I draw into my Aztec Mask. Which I'll normal summon. I'll attack with the Mud Golem. Followed by the Aztec Mask. My opponent then decides to quit, considering that they don't have any other resources. They kind of used everything up. They did get very overconfident that they were instantly going to win, and they didn't take into account the face downs I had. They didn't think they were of any threat, and that goes to show you that Jelly Cannon is a useful card. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that performance, but it was a very tight match.